One of the themes I've noticed working with people for why they don't create the reality they want to live in, they don't make the changes they know they need to make to improve the quality of their lives, is that they don't feel worthy. So in this video, I'm going to address why we don't feel worthy and what you can do to change that. So, why we don't feel worthy? Inherently, we don't feel worthy because we're trying to be someone that we're not. If we actually embraced who we are at our core, our essence, our unique self, we would completely feel at peace and at ease and just radiate this positivity and your unique fragrance into the world. But what happens is we get caught in society's trap that wants to keep us all in the same group. We become sheep to the masses. Anybody that goes out on their own, that becomes an individual, is going to face ridicule from the group. That is essentially what people are saying when I work with them on calls. They say, why? What will the people say about me? I'm afraid of the judgment of others. And it's true. It's going to happen. You just have to get comfortable to the place where what people say really doesn't affect you. Even in this channel, I express my perspective. I share my truth. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. All these things I know in my core who I am and what I'm offering. And people still, out of their own insecurity, they get triggered and tell me what I'm seeing, what I'm saying is wrong. And sure, what I'm saying isn't perfect, but what I'm sharing and offering is my perspective. And that is worthy of itself. My perspective is unique. No one else has it. There will never be another person born when I was born with my DNA that went through what I went through throughout space and time. It is my own thing. And I can offer that to the world, and it resonates with people. And so it starts to build a following, and then people want to become attracted, and they want to know what did you do to become yourself, essentially. And so over the years, I've developed all these tools that I had to go through to not feel depressed, to not suffer so much, to shine my own light and know what is mine and what is others. So what we need to address is trying to be a square peg fitting in a round hole. We're trying to be something that we're not. And your value is who you are. A blade of grass doesn't think that it's less worthy than a tree or a squirrel or an eagle. These beings, which is why it's so valuable to go into nature, you can just feel that you can feel the nature doesn't feel self-conscious. It is not worried that it's a piece of grass, isn't worried it's not a tree. It just is completely satisfied being itself. And we can get to that point. We just have to shed all the layers that society places on us. So how we do that, you really need to just be yourself. And that is easier said than done. How you be yourself, what's helped me tremendously is spending time alone in nature. That really, I did that so long, and I'm continuing. I'm doing it right now. It's one of my greatest tools in my tool belt, is to get around my own energy and to be around nature. And it won't happen right away, but slowly, you'll start peeling back all these layers that you can feel society placed on you. And you'll start attracting other people that are doing the same. So don't worry about the naysayers. Like I said, the biggest thing that holds people back is worrying what other people think of them. And it's a valid fear. The number one fear people have is public speaking. And even though I'm not physically in front of people sharing these videos, sharing my perspective, it is an aspect of putting myself out there and letting the audience come find me. Everyone has an audience when they are authentically themselves, when they are an individual, when they are whole, when they are total. And that's what my whole coaching program, guidance, is all geared towards. It's embracing all sides of being. So the first practical step in shedding this conditioning is spending time alone. Second one, I would say, is learn to become meditative, become aware of what you're doing. So even if you're not alone in nature, which is the easiest way to find yourself, if I'm with my family doing the dishes, I want to be fully present in doing the dishes. I don't want to be off somewhere else, all upset and angry that I'm doing the dishes. I want to, if I'm driving somewhere, just check in. All right, I'm driving. This is what I'm doing now. If I'm grocery shopping, okay, I'm at the grocery store. This is what it looks like to be at the grocery store. And you'll start noticing how often we are somewhere else, how often we're daydreaming about, I wish I was somewhere else, I wish I was doing something else. And the secret is, everywhere you go, you are there. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. It's who you are being that becomes obvious. You have to connect to that part of you that is beyond time, that is limitless, that is boundless, and bring it into the present moment. And again, this doesn't happen right away. It takes time. But eventually, we'll begin to notice the change, and we won't try to be going somewhere that we're not. And there's nothing wrong with visualizing a better outcome. There's nothing wrong with raising your frequency through imagination. I think that's a totally important aspect, but it's also a balancing act. It's a dance. It's a dance between, yeah, I want to go there, but also, where am I right now? Acknowledge where you are right now. And know that it really doesn't get better doing other things. What gets better is your being. And your being comes from shedding all the layers of conditioning that happen from society. So know that you are inherently worthy. Who you are is invaluable. There will never be another you. So please express who you are. Be yourself. And you'll notice how much different your life will become.